Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone is doing well. Does Falco have any bad moves? I see in the chat. That is a good question, and it is the question we are going to answer today. Today, we are doing Falco's move tier list. Every move that Falco has, we're going to be ranking. We're going to be breaking down the rationale for why I think it is, good, bad, and I'll break down first how I'm going to rank them. So at the top, we have OP/kit defining. This is when a move is like Falco wouldn't be Falco without it. This is a move that is so strong. It's, useful in a bunch of different situations. You get the idea. This is where we're going to see stuff like laser, shine, dare, spoiler alert. Next up, we have strong. These are moves that are, really still quite useful. They might not be like absolutely essential, but man, they are still really good moves. Solid, and I might change this, but solid is where we have like, it's a good move. It's a good move. If a character who has a lower tier had it, they'd probably be pretty happy. Not crazy. Situational is this move is useful, but only sometimes, only in these very specific situations. Weak is like this move is rarely, if ever, useful. It's almost always better to use something else. And useless is just don't use this. If you're using this move, this is by accident. So, a couple of other things I want to mention just before I kind of continue. During this, we are going to be ranking Falco's, as you can see below, Falco's grabs separately. So we're not going to treat grab as one thing, even though grab is also on the list for some reason. We have like, up throw, back throw, forward throw, etc. So that's one thing worth mentioning. Also, all of these are going to be within the context of Falco's kit rather than the moves in isolation. So if I say, yo guys, forward smash is a really good move. Imagine if Peach had it. Like that doesn't matter. It's about how good is it for Falco. With that out of the way, I'm going to spit out my gum, and we're going to get started. So, I think even though these are kind of like in a random order, I'm going to start maybe with the throws, because I think Falco's throws are often kind of like misunderstood. So generally speaking, I think people kind of underrate Falco's grab. And we'll start with the grab, though, that I think is probably the weakest in most situations. And that is back throw. And even still, well, this is honestly back throw and down throw are very similar. So back throw still can be useful. You can use it to mix up people's DI. There are some situations where you can get guaranteed follow-ups if they DI a certain way. You can do like back throw down air. You can do back throw into like a laser and try to edge guard them if they're like a spacey or something. It is not useless. It is useful to be able to throw your opponent off the stage. And if you're not facing them and you can't forward throw, there's some uses for it. That being said, it's pretty situational. It's not a great throw compared to his other throws. Already Falco's throws are kind of weak. And then you take this and it's just like not the greatest. I'm not saying that Falco's throws are bad. I just said that they aren't. Mojo Monkey, I would have said Falco doesn't have any useless moves, but actually what's missing here is his rapid jab, and I would say rapid jab is useless. But it's so useless that it actually wasn't even added to the list. But rapid jab is useless. There's never a situation where I would choose rapid jab over anything else. So unfortunately, spoiler alert, nothing else is useless except for rapid jab. Anyway, with that out of the way, I think back throw is situational. I think it's a solid move. I think you can get some utility out of it, and Falco would be, worse if he had a worse throw, but he probably would actually be better if it was something else. All right, next up we have, let's do the second weakest throw to me, and this is already pretty good, is down throw. Down throw, very, very solid against Fox in particular because he can't tech the down throw, so he has to kind of DI it out. That can give you some kind of down throw follow-ups. On top of that, you also have, tech chase options with down throw. But generally speaking, down throw, that's probably the weakest throw, to be honest. I think just because it's pretty niche, but it's quite good against Fox just because he can't tech it. Like, it's like sort of like cheesy mix-up stuff, but I don't mind it. It still feels very, very situational. Like, these two almost border on weak, but I wouldn't give them weak. Even then, they might still be situational. Let's start with forward throw. I think forward throw is solid. Basically, forward throw to me is good for a couple reasons. Number one, at a certain percent, like around like 35, and actually Ginger has a full video on this if you want to go check that out afterwards. Forward throw can set up tech chase situations. So you forward throw them, they get into knockdown, you do a tech chase. Very, very, very good. It can set up edge guards. You get on the edge, you forward throw them off, you do a laser, you do a down smash, whatever, and they die. I think that's very, very good. It can kind of mix them up too. Like there's a fair amount of utility off of forward throw, and like even from a positional standpoint, right? Like you're in the center, you forward throw someone, you throw them into the corner, they have to tech. Maybe they tech in a situation where, like, if they tech in place, you can kind of hold center and punish them. If they tech away, well, now you have center stage. Like it's just sort of a positional throw. It's not really like it honestly might be Falco's best throw. It's hard to say. Up throw is basically like, I would say up throw is probably better just because when it goes well, it goes really well usually, whereas forward throw going well is not as powerful, but definitely it's a very solid throw. Then we have up throw. I would say marginally better, but still very, very solid. This can lead to kills. Things like up throw, down air can kill. Of course, there are DI mix-ups. You can also SDI the lasers. We've heard it all before. But the way I like to think of a lot of Falco's throws is if you read them, if you basically throw and you get a read, you can kill them off of it. And that's still really, really strong. And of course, grab, hard counter to shield. So I think a big mistake lower level Falcos go for, or a big mistake that lower level Falcos do too much, is not incorporating grab enough. So yeah, I think that's the kind of throw game of Falco. Let's do tilts. We'll kind of start from like the big to the small, or from the small to the big rather. So first up, let's do, I think this is down tilt right here. This is one I was kind of torn on. Basically, okay, so we're generally breaking these down into neutral, punish, edge guarding. Down tilt, definitely solid in the punish game. You can use it as a way to kind of set up for down airs, for F smashes against like fast faller characters. You can use down tilt to kill. It's a kill setup. Combos off of laser, which is really, really useful. It is a way to edge guard characters like Sheik and stuff, where you have a guaranteed kill off the top at certain percents. That's really valuable. It kind of is like a better up smash in every way. And it's pretty solid in neutral too, because you can do it off of a laser. It's relatively low lag. It has some kind of spacing options. That being said, like, I don't personally think, like, if you took out down tilt, I think that Falco would still be fine. So certainly it's not OP/kit defining. I'm not even sure I would go as far as to say it's strong, because while it is like a kill setup, it's like he has a bunch of other ways to kill, and if we took it away, it would suck. Like, it's a good move. It honestly is genuinely a good move. And this is the funny thing about ranking Falco's moves, is they're all good, except for Rapid Jab. But I think I'm gonna leave it at solid. I'm gonna put it above these guys because I think it really does have a lot of kill power and combo power. But it's like it's more those situations are situational, but because it's useful as it's useful in like so many situations, I'm going to bump it up to solid. Then we have F tilt and up tilt. So let's do F tilt. F tilt, it's either solid or strong. I actually think I'm going to put it in strong. And that's probably going to surprise some people, like especially putting it above down tilt. I'm not even sure about this. Like, I'm thinking through it myself. So the thing about F tilt is, especially if you're like a lower level player, you probably don't use it as much. Like, you might rip a forward smash, not an F tilt. And F tilt at low percents is kind of not that good. So you might think like, why would you use this? Well, the argument for F tilt is basically it's very low lag. It's actually really good against characters that have bad recoveries, because it can knock people off stage without like committing heavily at all. It combos off of laser, and on top of that, like, there are situations where you can go like forward throw F tilt to like clip them and then get a gimp. There's just like a lot of ways where F tilt can be useful. You can also use it to shield pressure. Like, you can like laser F tilt to shield, just kind of like space properly. For me, it's definitely bad in certain situations, but the situations it's good in, it feels very strong. And And I do feel like, at least for the way I play, like where down tilt feels like a punish, like down tilt was like a punish option that has some kind of combo potential and kill potential. F tilt is like a very strong neutral tool. And if I had to trade the two, I probably would rather have F tilt, just because I use laser F tilt so much in like the lower tier matchups. Like even against like a character like Luigi, or a character like there's so many characters where they're at like 130, you're kind of struggling to kill, and an F tilt is like just enough range to get them off. Okay, the last tilt, and I'm sure this won't surprise people, is up tilt. This is, I would say, board like either top of strong or OP/kit defining. Up tilt I think is a bit like overrated. It's very strong at like the lower levels of play, but it's actually very punishable. I was gonna bring up frame data for a lot of these. Like let's look at like up tilt specifically. It should be up here. 5 frames. Like let's just talk about up tilt. You can see it on the right here. Up tilt combos into itself generally. It sets up kills. It puts up a wall that is hard to deal with. Like you can see, like this kind of hitbox is hard to deal with. It zones kind of a diagonal upwards angle, which makes it so that like when you're coming down, you can call out a lot of movement options. This is like one of your main tools in neutral against characters like Falcon, against characters like Peach. However, those characters can punish it. Again, has a fair amount of lag. What is this, 23 frames? So what, 12 frames of lag? Am I doing math wrong? I hope not. Yeah, 12 frames of lag. So, pretty solid, but like not unpunishable or anything. I think it's just a very, very strong move, but it's good in basically every matchup. It's really good as a combo tool. You can just sit there and up tilt, wave dash, up tilt, etc. It's amazing in neutral. And then in edge guarding, it still has some utility. It's still pretty good against, what's the word? It's still pretty good against like side B and stuff, even though it's a bit of an old school approach. I would say it has some utility there. Let's do aerials. Forward air. Okay, let's start with forward air. Okay. Forward air is not kit defining. I don't think it's strong either. So the thing is, like, up throw forward air, like the PPMD against floaties is really good damage. Forward air as a way to extend combos on DI in is pretty good. Some people in chat are saying solid. I think you can make an argument that it's situational as well, though, because the situations that it's good in, it's genuinely good in. Like, it is genuinely good in those situations. You go, you do like some kind of tech chase situation. You hit a Marth with the forward air, and then you can get the down air afterwards. You do, yeah, like I said, up throw forward air. You can do like reverse forward air. I don't know. Like some people are saying strong. I don't really see the argument for strong, even though I use this move a lot. Fair as a high edge guard, low key works too. I don't really think, like, the thing is it's not that I think fair is a bad move, and I think this is the problem with like a lot of good characters. Problem is that when they have such good moves, it's like, should you be using fair, or should you just still be using back air, down air, etc.? I think I'm gonna put it in solid. Like, again, is down tilt better? I feel like it's here. I think it might even be situational. Strong seems insane though to me. I think like it's a solid move. It has its uses. I think his kit, he could benefit from a different move, but it definitely has its uses. Like, to me, the thing about fair is I don't look at it and go, man, I'm really glad that he has this. I just think, yeah, it's a good move. It has certain uses. Up air as well. Let's do up air. I'm gonna say strong. Up air is SDIable, which is actually kind of bad. So that is a big weakness against it. However, people aren't that consistent with it. You can use single hits, which I think is something we will see pushed more and more against floaties, but we've seen it for a long time against fast fallers, and that's quite good, especially against spacies. Up air is a great combo tool. It's great against characters like Captain Falcon. It has some like random utility. Like, if we're talking about neutral, I don't think it's that great in neutral, but I think it's pretty good in punish. honestly, like there's an argument for it being in solid as well, because it's like, okay, so if we're breaking it down, neutral, punish, edge guarding. It's not really an edge guarding tool. There are some kind of niche edge guards where you can like set up a down air by up airing and dunking down. Like, so that can be kind of useful. Personally, I think that's pretty niche. I think the single hit, I think as a combo extension, it's quite good. So that's where like it's really quite a decent punish tool. And I can imagine a lot of situations where like if he didn't have up air, Falco would suffer. Like there are situations where basically up tilt doesn't cover stuff and up air does. It's also like good off of throws. There's just a lot of utility for it. I think it has to be in strong still. It's like bottom of strong. Like I think it's just like, oh yeah, and you can kill with it too, like off the top. Although I think like Shine generally has like more utility. All right, let's do the smash attacks. Well, we hit some of the weaker aerials. Okay. Forward smash. I would say this is strong. I would say this is actually quite strong. This might even be, this is the top end of strong in my opinion, and I'll explain why. Okay, at low percents, actually a fantastic way to knock your opponent off stage and get a gimp. You can do like Shine forward smash against Fox and you can kill him. Very, very, very strong. In neutral, you can use it as a way to like punish quite hard. It's basically the way I look at forward air for forward smash is that you, in a lot of situations, you can say, okay, they're going to tech this way and I'm going to cover it with this very, very hard hitting move. If we look at the, frames, 12 startup, not terrible. 17 damage, probably does a fair amount of knockback. This move hits really, really, really hard. When I compare it to like an up tilt does feel better to me. In neutral, I think it's not as good as up tilt. In combos, it's like a combo finisher and it's a kill setup. Like you can down air, F smash. It feels like very, very strong. It probably is like overtuned, like a bit too powerful, but it doesn't feel kit defining. So I'm not sure if it belongs in the very top end of strong or an OP, but it is very, very good. It's very, very, very good. It's good in edge guard situations. It's good. There's so many mix-ups where you can use forward smash. Really, really hard-hitting move. Yeah. I think top of strong. I think it is right on the cusp. If there was a tier in between there, it would definitely go there. I'm going to put up smash in situational, and I'll explain why. So up smash, in a lot of ways, is just a worse version of down tilt. There are some exceptions. This is how I view it. And of course, people are going to disagree. So up smash is a lag. So down tilt kills earlier. We look over to the tilts. Where is it? No, I think I've already, it's way at the top, right? Okay. So if you look at down tilt, 7 frame startup, up smash, 7 frames as well. But then this one has 43 total frames, 29 frames. So like the end lag, way, 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 way longer. ISA 28. This is like way, way, way more lag. This kills earlier. It just straight up kills earlier. Like the scaling or whatever is better. In a lot of situations, because you can act quicker, it makes it a better combo move. Like down tilt is just often better. So then where is up smash better? Well, you can't down tilt out a shield, so that's really good. There are some situations where, because people attack, like someone like runs in, like say you're a Peach, you're high percent, you dash attack, you shield it, up smash can be the single best move in that situation if it's gonna kill. Shine a shield would be worse, grab would be worse, an aerial would probably be worse. Like this is guaranteed way to kill, really good. So I think its ability to be used at a shield is very good. It covers a different space than down tilt. Like if you look at down tilt, 1, 2, it's just kind of like it's down here. Up smash, it's a different space, right? Like, so it can be useful because it covers the space above him. There are some situations where like it can be used at a shield too. Like, a Falcon jumps at you, you up smash him, then you like shine up B and he's dead, or shine back air and he's dead, or you like up smash down air. There's some like random situations. It honestly feels like just like a worse version of down tilt in a lot of situations though. So good when it's good, probably better than back throw. I actually do. I don't know. I do think back throw is probably the worst. I'm going to put it down there. There's no way it's solid though. I think situational is the tier where it's not bad. It's just it's not good in most situations, but the situation it is good in, you use it for that. So that's up smash. We got F smash. Okay, let's do that. Just leaves down smash, right? Down smash. I gotta say very strong, very strong move. So the main difference between forward smash and down smash, forward smash 12 frame startup, down smash 6 frame startup, half as quick. You also get invincibility frames on the leg. You can see here at the startup, like, you know, all the way, like it's like 6 frames of invincibility. So there are situations where you can like down smash and like not get like peach down smash because you down smashed. On top of that, it kills. It also like hits at a pretty good angle. One of the upsides of forward smash is that forward smash actually like hits a bit below the stage. So that can kind of like create some advantages there. But I think down smash is just like very solid, really good against edge guard situations, and a really good tech chase situation. Tech chase option, excuse me. I don't think it's that great in neutral, but I think it's quite strong in punish and quite strong in edge guarding. And for that reason, it's, I would say, slightly worse than F smash, but very strong. Like it would suck to not have down smash. There are a lot of really useful situations for it. But let's do jab. Jab. Let's look at the frame data just for fun. Jab, 2 frame startup, 4% base damage. Very solid move. Honestly, I would say solid move. Would probably put it here. So why is jab useful? Well, the weaknesses of jab are that it can be CC'd for pretty much ever. But the strengths of jab is that it often pops up floaty opponents and gives you a way to kill them. You can do like jab up smash, jab back air, jab neutral air, etc. Jab also can be used to reset someone. Just a very solid kind of like, you get them in a knockdown, you jab them. Usually I would use a laser for that in a lot of situations, but it can be useful there. A big thing that I think jab gets that, really makes it powerful is it's like a combo extension tool, and it can be comboed off of laser. So for example, you can do like laser jab back air or something, and that's like really solid in neutral. So it's a very decent neutral tool as long as they're not crouch canceling. It's pretty good in punish situations where you're like, you just want to do something into something else. So I'll often do something like jab down smash. Like there are situations, I can't even really picture how they get set up, but I know there have been times where I've done like jab into something, not as a kill confirm, but as like I jabbed down smash their side B, like the Falco side B or the Fox side B. So jab can like interrupt. It also can be a way to like kind of poke people who are recovering and then set up an edge guard. I think that's really good. It's just a pretty solid move. I would say that it is. I would say it's probably better than forward air as well. I don't know if it's better than down tilt. They both feel pretty good. Like it might be better. I think it's better. I'll revisit this in a sec, but I really think it's good. Okay. A lot of the good ones left, so let's get rid of the ones that aren't as amazing. Let's do side B, illusion. Neutral, punish, edge guarding. Not very good in the neutral. Genuinely. It's like you wouldn't really just side B. You can use it, I guess, in neutral off the edge. You have like edge cancels and stuff. But that makes me want to put it in situational where like it's a very strong recovery tool. Like it's an essential recovery tool. But beyond that, like the thing is like I feel weird because like side B is clearly a good move. It threatens a spike. You can shorten it. It's actually faster than Fox's, so it's harder to react to. You can use it to get off the ledge. You can edge cancel it. Really strong move. Makes me want to put it in solid, but at the same time, it's like it's limited for like what it's supposed to do. You don't like tech chase with side B, unless you're like really trying to swag. You don't like use it in neutral. It's just a recovery tool, and that's kind of it. But it's so good as a recovery tool, and it's better than what Fox has. and it like enhances his recovery so much. It's not good for tech chases. You can tech chase with it, but it's not good with tech chases. There's a difference between saying you can tech chase with it and saying like when I say you can't tech chase it, I mean you cannot use this other than just like hard reading it, and that's not useful when you could just hard read like an F smash or something instead, or a downer or an up tilt or literally anything. Up B, very, very similar. Really, really, really good. Tons of different angles. Has a lot of kill power, so it's also actually, I think because of its kill power, I'm going to put it above side B, just because you can genuinely use it in the punish game, and it's quite good. Like, it's a very viable kill option against fast fallers. Yeah, so I think those are, like, they're pretty self-explanatory. Falco has an amazing recovery, despite what some people think. These are the reason that he has those recoveries. So, sorry, we can't keep entertaining the idea that these are like that side B is a tech chase option. It just isn't. You can tech chase with it, and it is inferior to every other move in his kit, pretty much. Okay. All I see are pretty much good moves, except for his dash attack, which I think I'm gonna put as solid. I'm gonna put dash attack as solid. I think it's like it's a pretty good move. It's not nearly as good as Fox's dash attack. You can't like do the same stuff. I don't know exactly how different they are. It might just be more like the speed of Fox versus Falco and what he can kind of follow up off of the dash attack, or if they're actually different moves. But, you know, dash attack, it's not bad. Very, very quick move. It's good at high percents. It can set up like back airs and stuff. I think it's a pretty solid move. It's a move, you know, you are happy that he has in his kit. But it's incredibly easy to CC. It's really bad at low percents. It does have one of the few things that Falco can kind of reaction tech chase with. So at the higher percents, it's pretty good. So much so that I would put it like, I would put it above situational. Like, you can use it at high percents in a lot of situations, and it's good. Not just like niche situations, like you know, you look at what else is in here, and I think dash attack is clearly better than these moves. So now we're left with basically the remaining OP moves. All of these are OP. Let's just get that out of the way. Let's start with probably the least OP out of all of these, which is Nair. I'm not sure where I put these. Nair is clearly still very, very good. Let's talk about Nair. Nair, great shield pressure option. It's this lowest lag move. I'm not trying to remember what it is. Yeah, it's +0 on shield, which is excellent. Starts on frame 4. Has a very solid hitbox. Can shield poke a lot of characters. Really good against Marth. Can shield poke Game & Watch at full shield, because Game & Watch shield sucks. Really, really powerful. Makes it so that you like... no, Nair is not better than back air. That's insane. But we'll get to that. Nair is just a very, very good move. It's a great tool in neutral. It is a great punish tool. It can be used in edge guarding, although you wouldn't use it as much as some of the other moves. It is hard to imagine him without that Nair, just because of the way the pressure works and stuff. If I had to pick between up tilt and Nair, Nair is very good. It's safe on shield in a lot of situations. Not like truly safe, but it's like a mix-up. It can be used in edge guarding. It's very good in neutral. Especially like when we talk about shield pressure and like option coverage. You know, fade back Nair can be good. Full hop Nair can be good. If I were comparing the two of them, they feel very comparable. Up tilt and Nair, they're both very good. They define his kit. I'm not sure which one would be better or worse. People who are saying Nair is over Dare are literally insane. Literally insane. So let's talk about back air. Clearly above these two. So let's explain why. Okay, so we're breaking this down again. Neutral, punish game, edge guarding. Back air, amazing edge guarding tool. Amazing edge guarding tool. It's hard to imagine edge guarding without back air. So many situations with regards to edge guarding have to do with just back airing people off stage and refreshing and back airing again. If Falco had to use Nair for that, that would suck. So Nair versus back air clearly wins there. Way better in edge guarding. Let's talk about neutral. Back air, such a difficult move to deal with in neutral. The angle at which it approaches, full hop back air, both as Fox and Falco, so difficult. It creates a wall. It's low lag. You can fucking auto cancel it. It is just super, super hard to deal with. It comes out on frame 4. It does 15 freaking damage. 15 damage. You know, it is -2 on shield, which is already pretty good. Like latest possible back air, you know, can be used for shield pressure. Like again, keep in mind, say latest possible dare is also -2. So like very, very, very solid move. Like it's a kill confirm, you know, jab back air is an easy way. Like it is a kill, like, you know, one of your main kill tools in a lot of matchups. You know, you'll go like up tilt back air, knock them off stage. It is one of your primary ways to knock people off stage. And then in the punish game, yeah, you know, like you get a combo, you back air them, you can combo back air into back air into back air sometimes. Back air is so good. I really can't understand anyone who thinks that Nair is better than back air. Back air is maybe top 3 best moves. I don't think so. Hard to say. I think it might be top 3. It is oppressive. Yeah, weak back air into reverse back air. Like there are so many situations. Like it sets up, like reverse back air sets up so many freaking combos. Like, you know, you can reverse back air shine, you can reverse back air down air at higher percents. Like the only thing Nair has over it is speed. They're the same startup, so it's literally just the landing lag, but you can auto cancel back air and you can't auto cancel Nair. So even the argument that like it has speed, I don't even think that is true. Like I think it's like it's you know, shielding stuff. The auto cancel, the problem with -2 with auto cancel is that like the way it auto cancels is really late. So usually the way you imagine shield things is you hit them super late on shield. Back air is I'm sorry, that's a noob take, Daniel. Like Nair is a safe approach, back air isn't. The neutral isn't just about approaching. It's about also making your opponent's approach difficult. It's about zoning them out. I think like saying that like the whole point of back air is that like you can't get in on a Falco that's like drifting and mixing up their timings. Think about how many characters just struggle to deal with back air alone. Like where it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's such a wall. Like the way it like look, all this last like 5-10 seconds have just been like, at any moment he could decide to throw out the back air here and cover this space, or he could like pull back there. Once again, back air would threaten, doesn't go for it though. Like all of that is because of back airs. There's back air again. Like in certain matchups, it's just so mandatory. So I think back air is probably top 3. A lot of talk about back air. We're going to this laser. I think, okay, so here's the reason why some people might think that you'd put laser higher. And I think when we talk about kit defining, imagining Falco without laser is hard, right? Like Falco without laser, that's one of the main things that like that you love about or like that you love or hate about Falco. It's like Falco's lasers, they're super hard to deal with. But one of the things I think is if you take away laser, you can still play Falco very, very well. And in a lot of situations, like it's because he has these other moves like back air, Nair, down air, you know, forward smash, etc. like that are really difficult. And then laser is just like a multiplier. It's a lot like shine and Falco. Also, I totally agree with in chat people saying the amount of time someone uses a move isn't always indicative of how good a move is. Puff might use fair more or something than rest, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily better. Completely agree. Like if you have a move that's like so good, like there's all these different ways to evaluate it. It's like, is this move good in a lot of situations but not great? Or is this move like freaking incredible, broken in certain situations but not in every situations? The idea that Falco isn't a top tier without laser depends how you define top tier. I think the thing is basically like, if you ask me which would you struggle with more, losing laser or losing back air, I think I would actually say losing back air. I would not agree that way easier to play without back air than laser, because laser enhances everything, but you can get away with just like back airing and daring and pillaring, like very, you know, like that. You can just do that. Like, you know, Fiction's laserless Falco has really good results, and I bet you that if he took away back air, the results would be worse than without laser. But don't worry, we've been talking about back air versus laser. I haven't talked about why laser is good. Okay, let's break down neutral, punish, edge guarding. amazing edge guarding tool. So good. Like off stage, you can pull people down, kind of like elevator them down until they're easier to deal with in the edge guard situation. You can get some free damage and push them further and further down. You can use it to cover certain situations with low lag and then cover above or low or high. I think in edge guarding, it's very hard to imagine, or like it's a very big blow to lose laser. Neutral. Lasers are oppressive. They like literally define neutral for Falco. They kind of can dictate when you engage and choose like and not to engage. I think there's a lot of counterplay to lasers. I think that doesn't get talked enough, but I think lasers are very, very, very good in neutral. They also combo into so many of the moves we see here. Laser forward smash, I'm pretty sure that will combo if they're in the air, but not on the ground. But like laser up tilt, yes. Laser down smash, yes. Laser, like literally every like fast hitting move will combo here. Down tilt, jab, F tilt, all of them combo. Like you can just do laser shine. Like it is such a integral part of his neutral. But you know, we talked a bit about counterplay. You get above lasers, you have good power shield game, you understand how to jump over lasers or to deal with the laser heights. Like when we talk about lower tier characters being invalidated by laser, I think they're just as equally invalidated by back air. Like characters like Dr. Mario and Mario literally like can't deal with back air. Like you can just use back air and they like really struggle. I know can't is a bit extreme. Obviously you can time out people's movement or call out people's movement, but it's very, very, very difficult. Laser can take jumps off stage when edge guarding super easily. Yeah, I think laser edge guarding, it's an oppressive move. It is ridiculously good. I think this is running a little long, so you know, in the interest of time, let's go to the final two moves. This one, I don't know why this is in here, because it is the throws. All right, so which is better, shine or down air? I'm gonna make the argument that shine is the second best move in his kit, if the thing lets me, and that down air is the best. So why is this? Okay, first let's talk about what's great about shine. In neutral, it is single-handedly one of your greatest ways to deal with crouch cancel. It opens up so many good punish situations. It is like the perfect open up move. It is the way that you start basically any combo, and it is your like most, like if there's a move in most matchups, you're like, hey, what move would I love to hit right now? It's probably a shine. Shine doesn't have great range, but even still very, very solid in neutral because of the existence of lasers. Shine has insanely good shield pressure applications. One of the only moves in the game that really creates like true shield pressure, where you know, like a move like say down air, which is I think -2 on shield, the latest possible down air, still beats out a lot of options because while the opponent is starting up their grab, you have a freaking frame one move. So very, very good. In neutral, it can be used as a reflector. Actually, an underrated thing against characters like Samus. That's really, really good. So that's something you could also talk about. As a combo tool, can you imagine Falco without shine? Like people talk about Falco without laser. Can you imagine Falco without shine? Pillaring without shine is not possible. Like you can kind of do it. You can kind of do it with like down air up tilt, but it won't be the same. Like there's just so many situations where you can't use up tilt instead. So for that reason, I can't see it being below 2. It is just so good in the punish game. It opens up everything. It starts all combos. It's so good in the neutral game. In the edge guarding game, here's where I think it, you know, gets a few less points. You can kind of use it like off stage to like shine down air. It's not like you can shine spike like you can with Fox. I think there are situations where you can use it off stage, like we'll talk about that, Villani. I basically, I think that like it's not as good of an edge guarding tool, and that's one of the reasons why I think Nair is going to beat it out. But I think it is such a kit defining move. It is so broken. Multi shining is very strong, although you know shine grab is very strong. It basically enhances every single move in his kit. Such a good move. Villani asked, couldn't you make the argument that shine does stuff that his other moves doesn't? While in many situations in neutral, you could have used Nair instead of Dare. I would say that Nair in neutral cannot do nearly as many things as Dare can do. I think you're thinking about like shield pressure stuff. and tech chase stuff, and I'm thinking about, which tech chasing is punishing, but I'm thinking about like zoning. So let's talk about why down air is the best move that Falco has. IMO. So one of the biggest things to understand is the hitbox itself. So this hitbox, you can see, is very disjointed in front of Falco. When we think about disjoints, we often think about like below it or far in front, but there's actually like a sizable amount of space that you can't really contest. And for that reason, in neutral, fade back down airs are really hard to deal with. When you pair that with like if I were to open, like I could literally open, this is one of those ones where I like actually want to like open up the game. So hopefully you guys can still see this. Like the way Falco can move with down air, like, and the fact that his full hop is so good, like that's his full hop, right? So you can access an angle that like is so strong. So just as a neutral tool, like this is so hard to deal with. Running forward is so hard to deal with. It like is disjointed. So if, say for example, like Icy's like goes into wave dash down smash, or like Luigi goes into like wave dash and do something, you can just do this. Sorry, you can just do this, and the disjoint on the hitbox will cover it. So as a defensive neutral tool, holy shit, is this thing broken? It's so good. Let's talk about offensive. It's very, very good at opening up tech chase scenarios. You can kind of like get in around. It is a bit laggier than neutral air, but it also leads to so much more than neutral air in a lot of situations. It is the way you get these, you know, insane punishes. Like it is just so good at like kind of opening up the opponent. It covers a lot of space. It's low lag. Like if you look at the lag of the actual move, 9 frames of lag compared to Nair's 7 frames. Not a huge difference. 1 frame slower startup, but like just such a crazy hitbox. Then we look at punish game. His entire punish game is built around Dare. His entire punish game, everything, every part of it is like, you know, it is just so good. It is a spike you can kill at low percents. It is like so often how you get kills. You do like double down air. You do down air F smash. You do down air into a tech chase into down smash. You do down air like pillaring. Imagining Falco without down air is actually so hard to do. More so than Shine even, because we talk about pillaring. Like he can still pillar without Shine. He can't pillar without down air. Down air also so good against crouch cancel. You know, people talked about Nair versus down air and neutral. Crouch cancel, down air way better against crouch cancel. It's not that you can't crouch cancel it, but it's a lot harder to because of the way the move is. So you can do it at really low percents, but it works a lot longer, whereas Nair can be CC'd at very high percents. So just a really, really strong move. Strong move on shield. You know, good shield pressure tool. It's just very, very good in neutral. And then in punish, it's freaking insane. And then already insane in neutral, already insane in punish. And then edge guarding. Down air is freaking insane in edge guarding. If they're below the stage, you often like down air their rising recovery and get them. You can run off in down air. You can down air their high recovery. You can forward throw down air. Like there's just down air covers this angle that is just so hard to deal with. Trying to imagine Falco without down air to me is the hardest thing to imagine. He would be such a different character without down air. If you gave down air, I know I didn't say I wanted to use this because I don't think it's the right way to evaluate moves. But if you gave down air to a different character, that would be like such a, like you could turn a low tier character into a mid tier on with just down air, like just down air. You know, give Roy down air, he's friggin' beastly. Give like any character down air. It can't be meteor canceled. It kills at 30, like people in chat are saying. Like there's so many situations where you just get hit by a down air and it's like, oh, I guess I'm dead. You know, suicide down air, guaranteed edge guard situations so often. It's so hard to deal with neutral. It's so oppressively good in punish game. Now, it does have some weaknesses. It is a bit laggier. You can SDI away, and then a lot of the follow-ups you don't get. But beyond that, like it's really just about timing it and avoiding it. Otherwise, like it is so good. I really can't see it being anywhere below number 1. That's I think how I'd rank this. The only one I'm a little unsure of is these guys. You can win with just laser and dare. I don't know about just laser and dare. I think you could win with just laser and back air, honestly. I think you could win with just laser and back air. Sorry, down air. What am I saying? Back air and down air. I think you use back air to cover one set of angles and down air to cover a different set of angles, and you tech chase with down air. Like it's very, very good. And, you know, it synergizes off of so many of these moves too. It's just such a crazy move. And I think that is our tier list.